The book begins by exploring the early life of Siddhartha Gautama, who was born into the royal family of the Shakya clan in Lumbini, which is now in modern-day Nepal. His father, King Suddhodana, shielded him from the harsh realities of life, ensuring he grew up surrounded by luxury and comfort. Despite these efforts, Siddhartha was deeply curious about life beyond the palace walls. One day, Siddhartha encountered the four sights that changed the course of his life: an old man, a sick man, a corpse, and a wandering ascetic. These experiences exposed him to the realities of aging, sickness and death, and the possibility of overcoming suffering through renunciation. This profound realization led Siddhartha to leave his royal life behind, abandoning his family and riches in search of truth and spiritual awakening. Siddhartha's quest for enlightenment is marked by rigorous self-discipline and the exploration of various spiritual paths. Initially, he studied under renowned teachers, including Alara Kalama and Uddaka Ramaputta, mastering their teachings but finding them insufficient for ultimate liberation. Seeking a more profound truth, Siddhartha practiced severe asceticism, subjecting his body to extreme hardships in the belief that it would lead to spiritual purification. However, he soon recognized that self-mortification did not bring him closer to enlightenment. This realization led him to develop the middle way, a balanced approach that avoids the extremes of indulgence and self-denial. Siddhartha then settled under the Bodhi tree in Bodh Gaya, vowing not to rise until he attained enlightenment. Through deep meditation, he confronted and overcame the temptations and distractions of Mara, the demon representing inner obstacles. After this intense spiritual battle, Siddhartha achieved enlightenment, becoming the Buddha, or the Awakened One. Following his enlightenment, the Buddha dedicated the rest of his life to teaching the Dharma, the universal truths he had discovered. Central to his teachings are the Four Noble Truths: the truth of suffering, dukkha. Life is inherently unsatisfactory and filled with suffering. The truth of the origin of suffering, samudaya. Suffering arises from attachment, desire, and ignorance. The truth of the cessation of suffering, nirodha. It is possible to end suffering by overcoming attachment and desire. The truth of the path to the cessation of suffering, magga. The Eightfold Path is the way to achieve this cessation. The Eightfold Path serves as a practical guide to ethical and mental development, aimed at freeing individuals from suffering and leading them toward enlightenment. It consists of right understanding, grasping the nature of reality and the causes of suffering; right thought, cultivating thoughts of renunciation, goodwill, and harmlessness; right speech, speaking truthfully, avoiding slander, gossip, and harmful speech; right action, behaving ethically, refraining from harming others; right livelihood, earning a living in a way that does not harm others; right effort, striving to abandon negative states of mind and cultivate positive ones; right mindfulness, being aware of thoughts, feelings, and actions in the present moment; right concentration, developing deep states of mental focus and meditation. The Buddha also emphasized the concepts of anatta, no self, anicca, impermanence, and dukkha, suffering, as fundamental aspects of existence. His teachings challenged the rigid caste system and ritualistic practices prevalent in society, advocating a path accessible to all, regardless of background. The book details how Buddhism gradually spread beyond the Indian subcontinent. The Buddha's followers, including his chief disciples, played a crucial role in disseminating his teachings. The establishment of the Sangha, the Buddhist monastic community, ensured the preservation and propagation of the Dharma. One of the most significant figures in the spread of Buddhism was Emperor Ashoka, who ruled much of the Indian subcontinent in the 3rd century BCE. After converting to Buddhism, Ashoka became a zealous advocate for the religion, promoting non-violence, moral conduct, and the welfare of all beings. His efforts included the erection of stupas, the dissemination of Buddhist scriptures, and sending missionaries to regions as far as Sri Lanka, Central Asia, and Southeast Asia. Ashoka's patronage helped Buddhism evolve from a relatively localized spiritual movement into a major world religion. The latter part of the book reflects on the profound and lasting impact of Siddhartha Gautama's life and teachings. Buddhism has influenced a vast range of cultural, philosophical, and ethical traditions across Asia and beyond. The Buddha's teachings on compassion, mindfulness, and ethical living continue to resonate with people worldwide, offering guidance for personal and spiritual development. The book also touches on the various schools of Buddhism that developed over time, including Theravada, Mahayana, and Vajrayana, each interpreting the Buddha's teachings in unique ways while maintaining the core principles of his Dharma. It highlights how Buddhism has adapted to different cultures and eras, influencing art, literature, philosophy, and social structures. In conclusion, Siddhartha Gautama's journey from a sheltered prince to an enlightened teacher represents a profound spiritual transformation that has inspired countless individuals over millennia. His teachings, encapsulated in the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path, provide a timeless roadmap for overcoming suffering and achieving inner peace.